I'll give you a little example of how the interview went. All right?
Sure.
It went like this.
Okay.
So, Michael, you're with Emily Blunt. You be me, okay?
Yes, yes, I am.
So, are you guys gonna get married?
But hey, you've been asked. You've been asked that question
You
before.
can't say no.
You've been asked that question before.
Dude,
that
what
sort
do
of
you
thing.
what do you say? So in the interview, I said, well, yeah, one day maybe, you know. And then she said, well, have you asked her? And I said, and I literally went like this, have I? And she said, have you? And I went, I don't think so.
Maybe she interpreted it as have I?
Dude, there was no interpret. What it was is, you know this.
Sure.
It sold magazines.
I gotcha.
So, come on.
No, fair enough. No, but
Did you think I would? I mean, listen, Hello Magazine, great magazine, but do you think I would, you know, ask a future wife?
That's what I'm
saying.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I'm
No.
saying there's so many pressures, so many places, putting out a great album, touring, keeping your fans happy, keeping your family happy. That all of these other things come out of nowhere. It's gotta be stressful.
I think there's a stress. I think that, to be really honest, the climate of the media is such right now, and you know this, you're in it, where anything a celebrity says is used against him, you know, or her, you know, without, you know, you're led. Listen, you're just like a great lawyer, you're led into these questions. And I have a sense of humor, and I have a dry sense of humor, as you know, and I'll say things that are funny, but when you read them in print,
Not so much.
they're not. You can't read the tone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a million people. I know that everyone watching right now, I'm sure every one of you has sent or received an email where you didn't mean to be rude or anything, but the person sends you back an email and says, like, how dare you talk to me like that? And you're going, but I didn't mean it.
That's why you always gotta add an LOL.
I laugh out loud, but you can't do that in an interview, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, geez, didn't I already ask her to marry me? LOL. You know what I mean? So, no, it was, we laughed at it. We thought it was funny. We were like, oh my God, could you imagine?
Okay, so the Oscars, the Golden Globes, pretty much every red carpet you could be on, you've been on. So far.
I don't want to get argumentative with you because you're my friend.
Almost.
I've done what I've had to do.
You've done what you had to do.
Because, you know, it's not the
Do you get anxious?
Sure I do.
Why?
Well, the same reason that you do, bud.
I don't get anxious.
Yes, you do. We've talked about this.
Locked and loaded.
Oh my God.
Pull out the big guns, spray on the tan, and I'm good to go.
You know what, man? It's like, you know what it's like. It's a crazy cluster of...
The sound bites.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and of course, like, you know, there's someone and they're interviewing you, and the whole time that they're asking you the question, you know, you can see their eyes looking past you to Leonardo DiCaprio, and they're going like, yeah, no, the record was great. It was... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's nerve-wracking and scary, so it's part of our job, and so, you know, if a lot of the times she's nervous to go and do it, and I'll go with her to support her, or I'll be, you know, nervous to do it, and she'll, you know, for her, like the Junos must have been a scary thing.
Yeah.
You know,
And
to
the
show
cold
up and, yeah, and for me, you know, the Oscars and the Golden Globes, you know, I was a bit out of place. I'm not an actor, you know what I mean? And most of those people didn't know or care who I was, and but I was there to sort of give her a shoulder to lean on.
Well, let's talk about acting. You gonna get into it?
You know, only the softcore porn, honestly.
Right. Well, I got the camera. No, seriously, you at this point you can write your own tickets,
Sure,
right? You can do what you want.
No,
So
I
what do
don't
you
know,
wanna
man.
do?
I think it's too easy as an entertainer, as like, you know, to do what I do, to very easily veer off and do something else, and
Sinatra did it.
Lose your audience. Hey, but it's different the way Sinatra did it. I mean, Sinatra was down and out, man. Sinatra, his career was not in a happy place, and it was his comeback.
Bobby Darin did it.
It was his comeback. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they were in the height of their game and they went, you know what, I'm gonna leave this and go and, you know, he did a lot of movies, by the way, when he was at the top, of course. But I just have to be careful, man. You know, I will go to 47 to 50 countries this year.
Yeah.
And I feel like this great responsibility that if you buy my record, no matter where you're from, I'll get on a plane and I'll come down there and I'll do a show for you. You know, I'll become tangible for you. And I just think that, you know, I just don't have the time. You know, what do I say? Yeah, sorry, Australia. Sorry, Canada. You know, I'm shooting for 2 months in England and I'm not coming. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's just too easy to lose focus. And I think, too, that there's about 1 billion guys that could have been an exaggeration, but there's a lot of people that would step into my place like this.
You think so?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that, you sit here as an artist and you think to yourself, oh, they'll never forget me. These people will be loyal to me. Well, people aren't.
Yeah.
People just,
So no clothing line? You saying no perfume, no acting?
like Bublé. You know what I saw the other day and I bought it?
What?
I bought, oh, come on, what's his name? I bought Antonio Banderas.
You got it?
I bought the perfume.
Well, he's a very good smelling man.
You put this stuff on, I'm telling you right now, Latin women. They
Everywhere.
Just, everywhere.
I
They
got
come.
look, I got the tint for it already.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
But when you talk to them, you have to talk like this. Because
Okay.
especially.
Okay, now
they
we
will
continue
understand.
with the interview.
Very good, let's
Okay.
go.
Why are you and Emily still living in Vancouver?
Because Vancouver is, I think Vancouver is, it's my hometown and it's a beautiful place and people, can you smell the banderas?
Oh.
No, I love Canada, man. And, Vancouver's where my family is and
Come on, I just looked up here for a second. Jesus.
You're killing me, man. You do it on purpose.
No!
Man. You're such a liar. No, I love Vancouver, and it's great because it's where I started, it's where I was born, it's where, I would say one of the greatest hockey teams that ever was, winners of 17 Stanley Cups. Hey, we have the greatest goaltender in the world, I think. It's a great place. I mean, Vancouver, it's beautiful. Where else can you ski, swim, go for a ride on the seawall?
That's pretty specific.
It is pretty specific. I mean, I'm proud of it, man. I love it. I've been all over the world, man. I still have yet to find something more beautiful than Vancouver.
What celebrity did you meet that you were most surprised could actually sing?
That I was most surprised, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, yeah, from...
Dude, that
Duet,
was
yeah.
unbelievable. Like, remember that? I remember I sat there the whole time that day that they shot that. It was like 2 days that her and Huey Lewis did that. Baby, let's cruise. Oh, and she did her away from here. And I was like...
Yeah, it's like a bell toner voice.
She's
very
a beautiful
clear.
girl. Yeah, and beautiful. She's a really beautiful woman, like, beautiful in every way.
At any point, are you going to settle down in Vegas and do a show?
I don't know. I don't see it now. No.
20 years from now.
Will I be alive 20 years from now, for God's sake?
Of course you will.
Who knows? There's not a really great record with young vocalists and traveling, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, last, I want a bold prediction here. Are you going to win a Grammy?
Am I going to win a
this album?
Grammy for this album? No. Not if I'm up against Tony again.
Does he have another album coming out?
I don't know. You know what, man? That dude is, it's so funny, with this whole Grammy thing that happened to that. The guy is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 80 years old, and he's, it's scary how good he is.
His voice is stronger today than it
I
was
think so
20
too.
years
I
ago.
really, I think so too. He just, and it's weird, he seems to be, I know that sounds funny, but he seems at 80 years old to have found a comfort level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That he's, like he said to me, like he's having more fun now than he's ever had before. So, who knows, man? You know what? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to, but I think I'll get nominated. I think I have a good chance to get nominated. But listen, if Harry comes out with a record, if Nora's record's nominated, I might get my butt kicked.
Pretty good company to get your butt kicked.
I mean,
by, though.
amazing too.
Yeah.
It's totally great. Yeah, I want to win it though. I really would like to win it. But more importantly, I want the Juno.
You want the Juno.
Yeah.
You want that #1 on Billboard.
I want that #1 on Billboard. I was thrilled for Nelly this year, actually. And
Yeah, that was the funniest part of the show.
I taped that thing with her, yeah, and I said to her, I said, "How you feeling, kiddo?" And she said, "Well, I'm excited and stuff." And I said, "You're gonna clean up." And she said, "No." And she you know her, she's a really humble,
Yeah.
she really went like, "No, I'm not going to." She was like, "I really hope I can win one," and and I said, "Man,
You're gonna win them all."
Yeah, I mean, great record, great concept, great girl, great person. So,
Michel, thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
No, it's my pleasure to be here with you.
It's so wonderful to be
Gracias.
here. Thank you, so, thank you,
Gracias.
thank you.
Thank you.
Now we hug. Damn, that's awkward.